Hey guys, welcome back to Drake Valley Outdoors. Since I might not be posting hunting videos in the next couple weeks just because of the warm weather, that'll depend on how the hunts go if we hunt. I decided that I wanted to do a review video, and since I figured a lot of you guys might be still wearing your warm weather gear and might be deciding that you need some new cold weather gear, I'm going to do a review over the jacket I used last year, which is the Drake Late Season Eqwader 3-in-1 plus 2 2.0 wading jacket. Horrible name by Drake. I don't know why they have to name it the way they do, but for some reason they choose to do that. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. And if you guys didn't notice, I'm wearing my new freelance duck hunting hat. Thanks to Elliot over at Freelance Duck Hunting for the hat. Make sure you guys check them out if you haven't already. I'm sure if you're watching my videos, you probably are already following them. If you're not, make sure you do. They're great guys over there. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that at Drake Valley Outdoors. I post a lot of stuff on there. While I'm out hunting, I take a lot of pictures with my phone, and sometimes after the hunt, I'll post pictures, things like that. So make sure you go follow that. Alright, so now on to the jacket. As the name suggests, it is a 3-in-1 plus 2, and what that means is that you can basically take layers off the outside of it, the sleeves zip off, things like that. There's an inner layer, and then you can put the outer waterproof and windproof layer on the outside, and then the inner jacket, the sleeves zip off of it, so you can wear it as a vest underneath the waterproof, or you can wear it as a jacket under the waterproof, however you want to do it. I typically was wearing it last year as just the inner part of the jacket, and I'll go through all the layers piece by piece here in a little bit, but I was wearing just the inner part of the jacket because the outer part of the jacket adds a lot of bulk, and actually the inner part is fairly bulky as well, and together it just made a really bulky jacket, and I look like the Michelin Man. So I'll show you a couple features of the jacket. Let me just go ahead and throw it on. Alright, so with the jacket on, as you can see, I'm sitting down, but you can still tell. I mean, it's pretty bulky. A lot of baggage down here. I tried on the smaller size and it didn't fit me. And as you can see, kind of look like the Michelin Man here. And once you have a gun, not a whole lot of movement. I didn't like it, that's why I switched. Features though, waterproof pocket on this side that zips, magnetic pocket over here, so you can throw a couple calls in there off your lanyard if you're walking out and you don't want them clanking around or you don't want them to get wet. Call loop to put a call right here for whatever reason, not sure why. I tried to put one call in there, it was a goose call, and it ripped out all the seams, and it's just barely hanging on. I'll probably just go ahead and rip it off. Again, the outside is supposed to be waterproof and windproof. Overall, it's a warm jacket, but it's definitely not waterproof. In one of my last videos, I showed you guys a little demonstration of how the Gore-Tex worked on the Delta wading jacket and how the water just rolled off. And then I compared it to another jacket. This was a jacket I compared it to. I'll link that video somewhere over here. And in that video, I show how whenever I put this under water, the water actually absorbs into this outer layer rather than just rolling off. And so what that did is, a couple times whenever we hunted in the rain last year, the water would soak into the jacket, and then whenever it was cold, it would freeze that water that was sitting on the jacket, and it just made the jacket overall colder. That said, if I wasn't getting wet, this jacket is actually very warm because of all the fleece on it. But again, it does come with its bagginess because of all that insulation. I'll go ahead and take off the outer layer, and then you can see what it looks like with just this part. And to do that, you just unzip both sides, and then I believe, yes, there's a button enclosure in each arm. So it actually, for being a jacket that has a removable outer, it actually works fairly well, and that was one thing I was pretty impressed with. It's very easy to put the outer layer on, and have everything line up. You're not fidgeting around with it a lot. And I was actually, like I said, very surprised by that. Alright, another feature to this outer that I didn't show you is these pockets down on the bottom. These are shell pockets. They have a weird kind of spring effect to them. You can take out that spring if you want. I didn't actually realize that you could take that spring out until the end of the year. And I would actually really like to take those out if I was to use this jacket again, because they're more of a pain in the butt than they're really worth, in my opinion. And then you also have a zippered pocket right above that. So jacket definitely has a ton of pockets, more than I really need though. Alright, so now I have just the inner part of the jacket on. And I actually wear this kind of just as a casual jacket a lot last year, because it makes a fairly decent casual jacket. It actually fits fairly well. There's definitely not as much bulk as whenever you have the waterproof layer on. The sleeves are fairly baggy though. I wish these fit a little bit tighter for being a hunting jacket. It does still have its baggage. The bottom right here is fleece, nice fleece pockets here. And actually that's another thing I forgot to mention on the outer part of the jacket. There are two pockets up here on the outer part, which are both fleece lined. And those are actually very nice. I like that they're fleece all the way around. Put your hands up here whenever you got your waders on and keep your hands nice and warm. They're a lot warmer than most of the pockets and hand warmers that are built into waders. So that's definitely nice. Again, this part of the jacket has a waterproof pouch on this side and a magnetic enclosure on this side for your calls. It does not have the call loop on this. You have your nice high neck, fleece lined collar. Entire inside of the jacket is fleece lined, so it's definitely a very warm jacket. And then last but not least, you can take the jacket off. And I have actually never done this before because I've never really wanted to, but for the sake of the video I will do it. You can unzip the sleeves, and then got yourself a vest. And I'm not much of a vest guy, and again, this is a fairly big fitting jacket, especially considering the next size down was too small for me. Everything's just kind of big, and I don't like that too much room for stuff to get caught on. And again, I'm not a vest guy, so I left the sleeves on. Alright, so that's really all the features there are with this jacket. Overall, not a terrible jacket, but are there better options out there? Yes, there are. Would I recommend the jacket? Yes and no. If you can find it on sale. I got this one about 50% off. I think these jackets go for about $260 brand new, and I got it for $130. So the $130 price is actually not a bad jacket. I would not pay full price for this jacket though, especially if I had to buy it again. And I don't even know if I would buy it at the $130 price again if I needed to, just because, like I said, there's better options out there if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. I always recommend just going out, checking out the stuff for yourself. Use my video as just kind of a reference and my experience with what I had with the jacket, but make sure you go and check everything out for yourself and see what fits you the best, because in the end, everybody's making good stuff, and a lot of it anymore is just personal preference. Alright guys, so thank you for watching the video today. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content in the future, and again, make sure you go follow me over on Instagram. Thanks for watching.